Hey guys, I just wanted to submit my question for the In Tune with God DoCon book. Um, Thought I'd do a little show and tell here. So I got family visiting for like the past uh, week, and they're gonna be here for one more week. And this is my little nephew's little lizard. It's a bearded dragon, I think, and she is sick. Poor thing. See if you can tell right here, she can see from her eye, but over here you see how it's swollen. Yeah, I think she has a tumor. That's what they said. So it's really sad. It makes me sad. She's so sweet, you know. Anyway, she's just enjoying here. Why don't we keep her here for? Stay right there while I ask my question. You know, because Blake was showing his cat, so I showed this little lizard. So in the chapter, The Meaning of Music, I believe it's called, DoCon is talking about how music is amoral, or I guess it's not amoral, but she basically says that, and we talked, the cool thing is we kind of talked a little bit yesterday and the day before, we talked about these things in class, which kind of go hand in hand with the question that I want to pose today. But basically, let me read this little portion right here. It's on the end of page 63. Beyond its power of intensification, music also embellishes and beautifies an event, words, experience, or action. Music makes anything it accompanies appear more beautiful, more desirable, more seductive, more alluring. Have you ever watched a television advertisement in mute mode? Most of the effect is lost, she says. There's a reason that stores play music to attract customers and to keep them roaming around, and she goes on to say that music is used as a tool to, you know, make it a situation more pleasurable. But this is the part right here that I want to focus on. It says, but this is also precisely how temptation works and has been working since the beginning of time, namely through the deceptions and delusions. Evil is presented as desirable, attractive, or even good and beautiful. Such circumstances create ambiguity and often ends in syncretism, the mixing of desirable and undesirable values. We must be aware that while immoral behavior is not originated by music, music can contribute to the legitimization of immoral behavior, making it feel right to indulge in a certain attitude because it feels so good and is so beautiful. In other words, what she's saying is that music can be put to good music, or pleasurable music rather. We shouldn't speak of music as good or evil. But pleasurable music can be put on the background of an immoral behavior, making, you know, legitimizing that behavior and getting the emotions involved so as to, you know, make you more susceptible to that evil behavior and to create a bad habit or an evil habit. So yeah, we've been talking about it in class. Music can be used as a tool, and with the, you know, the temptations of Satan along with music, yeah, it can lead us to immoral behavior. So my question is, you know, I believe that love is a principle. I believe that. I see it in the Bible. For example, if I get up on a Sabbath morning, I sometimes, if it were left up to my feelings, sometimes I wouldn't go to church because sometimes I don't necessarily feel like going to church. But I do go to church out of principle, and I end up being blessed, especially on those days that I don't want to go. So my question that I want to pose is, would it be wrong, because love is a principle and we should act upon principle, would it be wrong to get our emotions involved? The reason I ask is because I've been in certain circles and stuff like that where it is, you know, like emotion or trying to be spiritually motivated through emotions, and it's considered like, no, you can't be motivated by emotions. It has to be strictly principle. And so emotions, or rather being motivated emotionally, is viewed as wrong. And these are, I don't agree with that myself, but I'm just saying that's, you know, that's how it's viewed. So my question is, what if I felt bad? Or rather, what if I felt like not going to church on a Sabbath morning? But then in order to help me, I put some music on to help me emotionally, because I made the decision that I'm going to go to church despite my feelings, but I use it to motivate myself. Is that wrong? Is that wrong because love is a principle? Um, or, or what do you guys think? Is it wrong? Is it right to kind of be motivated through emotions, even though love is a principle? And one thing that the professor mentioned was, I think I heard correctly. He said that in Gethsemane, Ellen White talks about Jesus. There was no music in heaven. It was in the portion where he was talking about music was all throughout Jesus' ministry, but there was no music in heaven, in Gethsemane. But he mentioned that she said something like he could hear the echoes, after the resurrection or something like that. He could hear the trumpet. So, in a way, I guess even though Jesus made the decision, the choice by principle to die for us, even though he didn't feel like it in Gethsemane, maybe if we take that, I still don't know if I heard correctly, but if that quote does exist, well, maybe he was using music to be motivated in that moment of choice. I don't know. What do you guys think? So interested to hear your answers. All right. Say bye, girl. Oh, she's waving. Bye bye. Oh. Bye bye.